Yeah, today we are going to discuss about the QlikView data connection that we have already seen using the SQL server. And now let us take a little bit hype and let us try creating the visualizations and different stuff. But before we are going to do the visualizations, as I told you, that there are several options for us in the tab. Okay, if you're going to take a look at this part. Okay, see, these things will enable once you get some data into this. Okay, otherwise you don't find the respective options from those menu items. So if you can take a look at this part, so let me just show you. See, yesterday we have created a script, right? This is a one way of extracting the information from a file, but rather if you wanted to connect directly to the stuff, like you need to click on edit script and then only you can open the respective database connection. See, let me just show you one more time. So I'm just going to use the SQL server and then say next. And I'm going to select the server as Lenovo-PC. Okay. And then the username, I'm not using anything else. And I'm going to select the stuff like Windows Adventure Works 2014, which is having a lot of data inside which. Okay. And now test the connection, it is successful, and then say OK. And now the connection was done over here. Okay, and you can select directly right away from here. If you are going to use the select statement, you can have the one more script over here within this particular stuff. See, this is one script. Okay, now you wanted to add this script, you wanted to add this one. Okay, just say add. This is the end. Okay, and here if you wanted to say okay, this was added, no? Right or wrong? Huh? I haven't written. I didn't written anything else. I'm generating every script. Suresh. See, I'm going to select one more time. You wanted to select any table. See, I'm going to select one more thing. See, here instead of this one, I'm going to take the production, purchasing, sales. Let me select the sales. See, in the sales, I have a lot of stuff. Okay, what I'm going to say, in the sales, I'm going to select this part. Just say okay. See, and just select one more time. See, you wanted to go ahead with sales, and you should see all the database tables and say credit card you want. Okay, see, you can see the credit card change stuff. Okay, and otherwise you want sale orders detail. Okay, just add, and you wanted to add one more personal credit card and then say add. Okay, and you wanted to add multiple stuff like salesperson, add, sales reason, add, sales tax rate, add. Okay, see, you don't know what exactly and how exactly they are related, but I wanted to select these things randomly. Okay, and here you can see store, add, and I'm going to just say okay. See, this is all my script. Okay, now what I'm going to say, I'm just going to say debug. Okay, test on the desktop. Just say run. See how many lines of code it is going to execute. Now you have run the stuff and you can say click on close. See, you have got a lot of fields over here, right? See, what I want the product ID and unit price discount, and sale order ID, sales last year, okay, and name. Randomly I'm picking this data. Country, region, code, order quantity, okay, just like that. Just say apply, say okay. See, you got this much data over here. All these are individual tables, right or wrong? Huh? See, if you wanted to create something like a visualization kind of stuff, okay, you can see all these are zigzag, where you don't want it to open something like this. Okay, do not open, then not an issue. Okay, you have a name something like this, country, region, okay, and this is order quantity, unit price, and order ID. Okay, now I wanted to create a object into this one. Very simple. Go ahead. I want a chart. What kind of chart I want? I want a bar chart actually. Okay. Okay. So when I wanted to collect the bar chart, first expression label. See, I don't want any sort of expression label over here at this point of time over here. This is just a bar chart. Okay. If you want to select any table, there is a table details. See, sales order detail. Okay. Bar chart related this one. Okay, then say next. You're going to get all the stuff, no, which are all the things that you wanted to use that as a dimension, and which one that you wanted to add as a measure. Okay, I want the dimension as none other than the name. Okay, this is the dimension. Okay, and then say next. Edit the expression. See, aggregation of what? I want a sum of, okay, field sales year to date. Paste. Okay, next, finish. Some of all the stuff that I have got it for one particular instance. If I'm going to select only the grade by, so if I'm going to make selectively, I'm not able to get all this kind of stuff. But I'm just showing you something, you know, in respective with the sum of all the sales year to till date year. Okay, now if you can see that, let me detach. Otherwise, I wanted to close this one, remove. Yes, okay. And let me just show you. Let me add one more. Instead of this one, I want to prepare a line graph. Okay, line graph. Okay, line graph. Based upon what? Add a dimension. See, I want the dimension as order date actually, but I don't see the order date over here. I can see modified date. Let me check if there is any relation or not. Not sure, but still I will check it out. Yeah, in sales order, we have the unit price. order quantity. You can just even change the solid color, otherwise light gradient, something like this. You can change the dimension of the stuff like area chart and all kind of stuff. This is a general regular thing, and then you can say next. And if you want, even you can change the type of graph, something like this, but I want only the general stuff. And you can modify a few more things and just say next. Next. If you want to change the colors, next. You have a lot of things to change here. Next. Next. You can add most of the things when you are creating over here. So there is no data which can be displayed over here. But why? Because we are doing all the stuff on the top of the kind of without a data relation between the tables. Okay, hence we are unable to check the corresponding data where they might not have an actual relation between them. But this is the process of creating the visualizations, okay, to understand the relation between certain data. Okay. Now, did you get any questions so far, whatever that I have shown you, based upon the edit script that I have shown you, like how exactly it has connected to our existing stuff? Yeah, sorry. I think that I have muted myself. So if you can take a look at this one, you can select the embedded labels and you can see that lines section over here and orders that you have selected, and just say next. And enable transformation stuff is not required actually. You can straight away go ahead and say finish. See, whatever that you have provided over here, it was loaded as a script. Now you can select if you want individually. Okay, you can always select the individual stuff over here with simple. Actually, this is not required. First of all, data source is not at all required. Connection, and the location of the data that we can always provide, see, this is the location of the data. Actually, for OLDB it is not required. First of all, so now you can see like it was executed stuff over here, but I don't think, yes, now it has to run. It says like a file here not found. Let me just cross check why. So field here not found. It is so. Okay, it has taken the headers as ABCD, something like this. Okay, my bad. I need to just modify that part, otherwise it will not work. See why? Because this is a one way of selecting the stuff, which is a simple way. Select SS, and you can just say next data, and you are getting all the stuff. Use column headers from the data file and just say next. Okay, and file name you wanted to use test, I have already given, and just say S, and then say next stuff, and which kind of visualization that you are interested in. Okay, I can always go ahead with the bar chart initially, then later on I can select whatever that I want. Okay, bar chart, which is going to be the profit dimension, is not profit, based upon the order date. Even if not order date, you can go ahead by subcategory or the category wise. Where is the category? How come I am not able to see? Yeah, this is a category, and I'm going to calculate the sum of profit. Just next up, list boxes, yes, create. This is the one which you have got right now. Okay, now based upon the selections that you can make out, based upon, see, furniture, only furniture, this is the one which you are going to see. If you wanted to delete this one, you can always remove this part, clear. You're going to get this part. So now this is a kind of stuff that you have created. Even I have shown you this part earlier. So this is the one part. And if you wanted to add one more object over here, okay, new sheet object, I want something called current selections box. Current selections box based upon what kind of tables that you want, orders kind of table. What are the fields that you wanted to prefer? Okay, so order date. Okay, so I just want to paste. Okay, so based upon the order date, this is okay. This is okay. So it's not going to pick any data over here. Let me just edit this particular stuff. New sheet object, current selection box. This, in this current selection box, let me use the columns. Actually, I'm not interested in selecting this part actually. I don't want to implement the function anyhow. So hence I'm not interested in this part. And even I don't want any variables or the images even. I just want to select this part. Otherwise, let me just go ahead with the customer name. Otherwise, instead of customer, let me just select the subcategory. Okay, and all the qualified tables. What is happening? Let me just take a look at this one. Just missing something here. Actually, it has to show me, even though if I'm going to select all the stuff like this, I want one more collection box. Actually, I can always try creating multiple current selection boxes. See, okay, it is replicating the same here. Okay, fine. Guys, this is what happening. Actually, I do have one. I'm just trying to, fetch the stuff which is something relevant. Okay, I wanted to select the multiple current selection boxes where I'm just trying to fail down here. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to show you. Okay, if at all, if I don't want the clear selection, see, I can always try removing this part, these things and all kind of stuff. See, clear all. You can just make it as clear, clear other fields, clear stuff. That's it. Okay, this is what even actually I thought of showing you externally. Okay, by creating one more current selection box. So this is the one which you will get by default. See, whenever you are going to have such box, something like this, you can always have a selection. See, you're not required to go to anywhere. So you wanted to see, okay, for example, the same bar chart, you wanted to see by subcategory. See, there is a segment. You want to see by segment. This is a by segment, right? Okay, and by this is by category. This is by category. This is by region. See, take a look at this one. I have just created one more colored selections box where I just want only the ship mode. Okay, and I wanted to clear all this stuff. Just now I have just applied for this, where segment as something like this, and now out of which where I wanted to select the ship mode of only first class. See, you can see something like this. The profit is down for the furniture level. Got it? Okay, date you want. See, if at all, if you want the date, order date. Let us consider the order date. See, you have a lot of order date over here. But selecting something through this particular stuff is not so good, right? Right or wrong? Select possible things, select excluded, you have select all like this. Okay, but we need some proper stuff like this. Now, based upon region I want, hence I am right clicking on select all, and also I wanted to select all. Okay, and this is the stuff that I do have, sum of profit. And now order date is the main thing where we have to, so this is a fuzzy search. Fuzzy search is a kind of stuff that you can always implement, but fuzzy search will never work with the, see, I want in November, okay, 2014. Okay, see, this is not going to work actually. Approximation and all kind of stuff, but still just want to show you that one. And otherwise you can go ahead with select possible. Okay, only the possible stuff, whatever that you want to select excluded. Okay, whichever that you have selected, it will ignore it. And where if you want to clear, you can clear everything. See, there is no date itself. Let me select this order date. Something like this. Okay, any questions here? Hmm? Yeah, actually the, okay, what you are thinking is selecting the orbit. Yeah, right. See, I wanted to tell you, you don't want this kind of date selection. I understand, Suresh. So this is not something as like Tableau that we can do it directly right away, something like that. Okay, for example, I wanted to add a sheet object. Okay, list box. Okay, which list box that I want a field of order date. Order date. Okay, okay, title date. Okay, just say okay. I've got the entire date, right? Huh? Right or wrong? I've got entire date. See what I can do here. If you can take a look at this one very sharp. See, I wanted to add one more stuff here. What exactly it is? See, I wanted to add one more sheet object here. What kind of object that I wanted here? See, take a look at this one. I just want to add input box. So when it is going to ask the new variable name, whenever if I'm going to ask, say I wanted to make it as like a start date, okay, and also I just wanted to make it as a new variable which is going to be end date. Okay, now I just wanted to say, okay, I have got two things, right? Huh? This is a kind of selection that you can always try doing this one. Okay, and if you want the patterns, you can always change. See properties. Okay, you can go to the number and you can see the patterns, which kind of date format patterns that you want, that you are interested in. Click on the date and you change the format pattern. Why? Because this is in the same format, right? You want in a different format. dd hyphen hyphen y. Just say okay, apply. Oh my god, it is not applying or what? Just say okay. No, it is not applying. Yeah, it is not applying actually. The thing is like uh, this is all for our beautification, so that it will match it to what earlier it is our. This is not our stuff, like actually it is something like this, right? Let us switch to the same thing, so that we will understand this part. So now I wanted to drag and drop here. I mean, I want to select this part. Sorry, I'm not. Oh my god. See, whatever whatever the selection that I wanted to make here, okay, this is the one where you can give the expression. Okay, but this is a document there are some document properties that you have to change here in order to make it in sync. I think date, month, year. Date, month. I think that I have given wrong, right? In the properties, I've given month date, right? This is month date, actually month date and apply. This is good actually. For now, this is the stuff, and what I wanted to do. This is all fine. The what I wanted to do this with this one, date format is fine. I've got it, which is in sync with this. Okay, but what is my understanding is, if at all, if you wanted to change something, you need to change the document settings. Okay, where triggering on any select of any one particular field which is closely associated with the start date and end date that we have done here. Add action. What kind of action that you want? Okay, selection. Okay, selecting what? Selecting what? We need to select that one very peculiar. Select in field. Okay, fine. Okay. Done. Next field. What exactly the field it is? It is going to be, what is the field actually? Order date, right? Order date. Order date. Just say okay. Before doing that one, you can always try making it as a, such a string. On what basis that you can make it as such? Okay. So you can search it something like this. When it is greater than or equal to, okay, ampersand start date ampersand and less than or equal to end date. It should not be greater than or less than, right? Less than or equal to end date. Okay. So now we have done something here. Expression, which is okay. Expression is okay now. Okay, and just say okay, and you are done with this one, and just say okay, you're done with this one. Okay, and in the same way you need to select even for the start date, add action. Okay, action is method is something like this. Okay, and field is going to be, I'm sorry, field is going to be order date, order date, and search string is going to be same thing. I'm sorry, I might have already copied and pasted this one, right? So it is going to be equal to the same thing that we have to use, greater than or equal to colon start date colon ampersand colon less than or equal to colon ampersand and date. Why it's not picking up? Huh? Did I make any mistake over here? I did everything good, no? Oh, I'm sorry. Unnecessarily I have just given it something like this. I don't see anything wrong here. What is happening? Why is it showing this one as an error? Why is garbage after expression start date? Which kind of garbage is there? Okay, I missed this stuff. Right. Just say okay. Done. We're done with this one. Okay. So here, what we have tried, simply we have just given some sort of ranges and the conditions in the background. Okay, and now just say okay. Now you're done, and then you can say, and you can go ahead and give your own dates. Which kind of dates that you want to perform here? 1 by 5 by 2014. Okay, this is a start date. And then what is the end date? End date is equal to 01 by 05. I mean, this is the first one is a month, right? Month and date. Okay, month 1 by 01 by 2018. Okay, it's not performing, man. I think that I need to change this. Actually, the field name that I have given over there is something wrong. I want to change this properties right now. Not this one. I think that I have given date here and some other stuff over there and some other stuff over here. Completely, I have just made it some, let me just change this one here, or the so now, and I just wanted to make the same thing over here. Not this part. Yeah, this part only. Properties, and if you can see the stuff from where that we have worked on this part, I think once after we just done, right? This one is done. Okay, fine. Now we need to set the document properties. The document properties, I think that I have given somewhere wrong actually. The triggers should, yeah, edit action. In the edit action, I have given something wrong here, right? Yes, okay. Okay. Right in the edit action. Okay. Supply. That's okay. Apply. Okay. Now see this one. Now it is working. Good. Right? Understand? Suresh. Did you understand, Suresh? Okay. So this is how that we can configure. Okay, the current selections in the QlikView, selections in the QlikView. and layouts and all, selecting the fields and almost many things you will come up with the way that I'm showing day by day stuff. Okay, so tomorrow we will explore few more things, Suresh. Okay, based upon the same thing. So very simple actually. The very first thing is that you need to first come up with one particular object that is nothing but a list box, where you just select the respective field, which field that you wanted to, on which basis that you want to select. For example, let me say city. You are going to get that city over here. Okay, and you wanted to add something. See, if at all, if I'm going to select a city something like this, it is always showing you something like this. But you peculiarly asked about only order date, right? So hence for order date, in order to configure this one, I just need to create one more file, like one more list box, where it is going to see. For this one, what I have used something called input box. Input box is the one where I have created two variables. Okay, two variables I have selected, but even though once you create a variables, you need to create the number format, what kind of data it has to take into that one. So it has taken some data inside. Okay, now it is fine. Now, but still, you need to configure what kind of data it is going to get it, right? Okay, hence what I have done, I have just went ahead to the document. Why? Because this entire document properties has to be changed over here. Whenever you see, we need to make this sheet, document sheet, understand that whenever it has seen this variable event triggers. Why? Because before you are going to do this one, we should understand editing the action for that particular stuff. Select in field, you need to add this, which kind of action that you wanted to do. If you wanted to select some action in that field, you need to select the respective field name and associated with the search string, and then say okay. Okay, and then select the start date. Okay, and then it is going to be say right, then apply and just say okay. It's going good actually, right? Huh? Are we good? Yeah. So we will see few more things. Okay, why? Because we are yet to see like even other some of other visualizations. Okay, thereby we will understand in a clear cut way. Following by the same way, we will be building all this, dashboarding during this part itself, so that we know we won't require to create a separate dashboardings even. Okay, you can add text boxes, a lot of stuff over here. Understand? Okay, guys, we will meet again tomorrow. Okay, for this one. Today it is this part. Okay, we will meet again tomorrow and we will explore a few more things. See you. Thank you. Bye.